all burning. If it wasn't for Ryder, we wouldn't be here right now.
Ah, Ryder. Grab a seat.
So yes, after that, the Ket tightened security. I've only just got back.
The idea of Solarians figuring out exaltation must keep them up at night.
A comforting thought.
So you're finding out the Ket's dirty exaltation secrets?
And, if we're lucky, a way to stop it. I meant to thank you for the star maps.
You're welcome. Between us, charting the Scourge and Ryder's vault data, the Ket will run out of bolt holes.
I'll send you our latest.
I'll take a copy as well. Anything to expand the search grid.
Still hunting down the stasis pods.
And finding them. Having a partner AI makes one hell of a difference. I guess I need to train a successor. And figure out how to prepare them.
Better to find your wings as you fly. Worked for us, didn't it?
There's only one way to find out what kind of Pathfinder you are.
Ha. Guess so.
For now, friends, I need your help. The first wine bottled in Andromeda, sent back to the Nexus.
A good thing I brought my flask. Damn, that smells good.
Seemed worthy of our first proper meeting together. If we have a toast.
To our crews, our Sams, and each other. May we always find our path home.
Maintenance crews, please report to the commons area.
It sounds like our experience was a picnic compared to what the Solarians went through. Hager's inexperienced, but the potential's there. A little time and he might blossom as you did.
Good luck, Sarissa.
On to glory, Ryder.
Ryder?
Captain Hager? Or is it Pathfinder Hager now?
Well, I have the title, but I've only begun the training. There's so much to learn.
You can say that again. I'm still figuring it out.
So I shouldn't expect to see the light at the end of the tunnel anytime soon, then. What can I do for you?
How has it been, learning the ways of the Pathfinders?
Huh, you make it sound like a mystical order. I imagine everything will go into overdrive once my SAM is online. Until then, it's all just book learning. But I already feel as though I'm barely keeping my head above water, gasping for breath.
How are your people adjusting to life here?
My people are waking up and going into mourning. For the thousands lost and, of course, for Reka. She was beloved. They said goodbye to everyone back home, went to sleep for 600 years, only to face this. But we are not the first, just among the many.
I know Reka was well loved. Have your people embraced you?
They know I share their reverence for her. They know I mourn with them. But the sense of security she inspired, that will take time to find again. Restoring that is what drives me. Only then will I have honored her.
What are you working on now?
After what we went through, the Solarian path is clear. We came so close to suffering as the Angara suffered. It's our mandate to figure out exaltation. I already have a task force studying the Ket to that end.
Understanding exaltation is paramount to survival here.
In and of itself, it is the greatest threat we face. I will share all our findings.
Nice talking with you, Hager.
And with you, Ryder.
Attention, civil disobedience has
Hey,
been
Ryder.
reported in hydroponics. Security is investigating.
Good seeing you, Avitus.
Stay safe out there.
You're listening to HNS. Apex personnel, please check your duty roster for important updates. You're listening to HNS, your source for news in Helios, an independent arm of the Andromeda Initiative.
systems green.
You have new email at your terminal, Pathfinder.
Entering atmosphere, LZ in sight.
What do you think this was for? Some kind of aqueduct?
We got company.
Loading
So are we checking it out?
Ambush!
Okay, no more following anonymous tip-offs.
Let's look around. They might have left something. From their gear, they were hoping to capture someone.
Probably me. Sorry about that. Though, if you'd broken a sweat, I'd be sorrier.
You sent us the message about the Solarian Ark?
Yes, Major Salin Vaughn, STG, retired, of course.
What's STG?
Special Tasks Group. Back home, we were field agents who gathered intelligence and handled inconveniences.
Just say assassinated people.
If you prefer. As I said, these days I stick with retiree.
Espionage is a job that follows you home. Or across galaxies.
Until there's nothing for it but to grow a conscience. Let's be frank. There are too many inconsistencies aboard our Ark. They only make sense if someone betrayed us to the Ket. My best suspect is a biologist, Dr. Adden, but the evidence is thin. I need a Pathfinder to verify what I've found, or I risk arresting an innocent man.
Who's Adden? Why would he betray his Ark?
An ex-military biologist from the early wake-up team on our Ark. He claims to be studying the Ket. As for why, I intend to ask him.
All right, I'm in. How do we catch your traitor?
I only have 2 leads left. Dr. Adden's equipment and a Ket who might be his handler. I need you and your Sam to analyze them. If we show Dr. Adden's in regular contact with the Ket, that would prove he's the one.
What's the standard punishment for Ket collaborators?
Most people would settle for an angry mob, but I like to think justice made the trip out here. Remember Dr. Adden's equipment and his Ket contact. This has to be watertight. Good luck.
Leaving Navarro. Reg is yours, Pathfinder.
All systems green. Beginning approach.
Old orbit is steady.
approaching the LZ.
That's Techix, according to my map. This must be Dr. Aden's workspace, the one the STG agent is investigating.
This equipment has been sterilized with a standard radioisotope. There are trace elements of biomaterial that could be consistent with exaltation pods.
Or they could be leftovers from Aden's experiments.
What you found at John Inc. was amazing, Pathfinder. Can't wait to see what we learn from that intelligence. We could regain everything we've lost. These recent victories against the Kett have opened so many possibilities. Rebuilding, even expansion. There is a place for your people in this, if you desire. I'd like to extend a formal welcome, as steward of Techix.
I appreciate your generosity.
I am being practical. Many feel our peoples are stronger together than apart. With the vault reactivated, the conditions on Vold will improve with time. At least, that is the hope. I will leave you to it then, Ryder. Welcome home.
Tell me more about Techix.
It's the largest town on Vold, home to hundreds of my people. We manufacture, we trade, and we try to live good lives, even with the Kett prisons. I have lived here all my life, and there's no place I'd rather live.
What about Aya?
Ugh, sulfurous air. Not for me.
You called yourself steward. What's that?
I have guardianship of Techix. I ensure its functions, and that its people are safe. Commander Doziel and the Resistance fight the Kett with their weapons, with their fists. Myself and others here, we fight by refusing to give in, by living in spite of them.
I won't disturb you further.
It is no disturbance at all. May your luck build, Ryder.
You, the Pathfinder. Is it true? Can you talk to the old machines?
You mean the Remnant?
I'm no threat to them. Never have been. Tell them to stop hurting me.
Why would the Remnant come after you?
I dig for useful things around the pillars. Good tech. Machines always left me alone until now.
Did they injure you, or just chase you off?
They chased me, and I slipped on the ice. That hurt.
You were misinformed. I can't actually talk to the Remnant. Even if I could, I don't think they'd listen.
Well, good are you then? Thanks for nothing.
Cold, dark, I couldn't stand it. What's the worst trouble you've ever been in, Drac?
Look around.
Really? You been alive 1,400 years and this is the worst?
Trouble always feels worst when you're in it. Everything else is just a good story.
Vultures aren't here.
Must have packed up and moved.
Heads up. Remnant site ahead.
Cat machinery, watch out.
Cat! Let's get a scan. Think that's it.
Right. This cat was Dr. Adden's contact.
I am invincible.
Let's get a scan.
This cat has a Milky Way comm device implanted. Particle vibration on the transmitter resembles Solarian encryptions.
Resembles doesn't prove much. The cat could have found the implant on the Solarian Ark. The best leads on Adden's betrayal, and they're both circumstantial.
He's Solarian, probably guilty of something.
How about we talk to Hager about this, back on the Nexus? He might have something.
Hello?
Pathfinder, you have new email.
Fold orbit is steady.
As sleepers wake from stasis, the initiative urgently requires blood, tissue, and DNA donations. See a medic if you think you may be eligible. This is HNS. Arclucinia advises stasis revival protocols are proceeding.
Pathfinder.
The Asari Arc.
Ah, Ryder. Your pilot said you were helping Major Salen Vaughn with an investigation into Dr. Adden.
You know Salem?
Only by reputation. One of STG's finest back in the day. I tried to help him with Adden, but sort of stalled.
Salem gave me 2 leads, but everything I found was inconclusive.
I reached out to ARC leadership, the ones who woke up first, but they keep putting me off. I had an idea, but it might not be completely legal.
Hey, if we don't break the rules, who will?
One of those ARC officers, Rand Lon, has an apartment here. If he's busy, he won't be around. And a quick scan wouldn't hurt anything. Just see what's there.
Attention, civil disobedience has been reported in hydroponics. Security is investigating. William Spender, Assistant Director of Colonial Affairs, has been fired after he was caught stealing supplies from the Nexus. Spender chose to leave the Nexus rather than face sanctions. His whereabouts are currently unknown. This is HNS.
I talk to my family every day.
Locked.
I may be able to hack this, Pathfinder.
And we're in. Definitely the apartment Hager mentioned. Freshly vacuumed.
Traces of dust still remain. Based on the Scourge radiation count, they came from a remote world.
So... Rand Lon, or someone in his apartment, went exploring out there. Password protected. Little help, Sam?
Accessing. It contains financial and personnel reports. However, the EM signature suggests data was recently cleaned.
It's been watered recently.
A single fiber is caught on a leaf. It shows traces of novetamine,
A drug?
a neurodepressant reported in some Andromeda wildlife. This plant is not one of them.
Okay, something's fishy. Sam, can you work out which planet the dust on the floor came from?
I have a candidate. No record of any official visit. Once in orbit, I can approximate a nav point.
What are you doing in my apartment?
You must be Rand Lan.
Yes, you're the one who saved our Ark. What are you doing here?
I'm conducting an investigation about the Solarian Ark. I wanted to check a few things.
Ah, I did hear about this. I was too busy to assist. I suppose I'll have to make the time. What do you need?
I'd like to ask Dr. Aiden a few questions. Do you know him? Or where he is?
Oh yes, Aden's some sort of biologist. We were among the first to wake up. Difficult times. I haven't seen him since the Ark was rescued. Why Aden?
Salen Varn mentioned...
Salen? Huh, I see. If the Major's at it again, this makes more sense.
What do you mean?
No, I won't spread rumors. You can go, but I wouldn't break into any more homes on Salen's advice.
If I've been misled, I should hear these rumors.
The Major is brilliant, but he's just been in STG too long. He's been bothering us with conspiracies since he woke up. It's common in retired agents. They can't navigate a world without espionage.
I see.
Look, let's forget this happened. For the Major's sake. Goodbye, Pathfinder.
Still got that planet identified, Sam?
Yes, Pathfinder.
Residents are still boarding along.
Ryder.
Pathfinder, you have new email.
We're on course.
worm. Raider, worm.
Pathfinder, these are the approximate coordinates extrapolated from the Solarian apartment.
And nothing.
There's sand traps all over. Let's look under the surface. Something was here, then dragged that way.
Those scavengers could be a problem.
The trail leads right to them.
Scavengers, this could be fun.
The trail leads right to them.
Wait. Is that Salem?
Those scavengers could be a problem.
The trail leads right to them.
Those scavengers could be a problem.
The trail leads right to them. Wait. Is that Salem?
He's still breathing.
Pass the metagel. Let's get him back on his feet.
Salem, what happened to you?
Salem? Very familiar for our first real meeting.
Not funny, Solarian.
I contacted you, hoping one of my suspects would do something reckless, and unfortunately, he did. I imagine I was supposed to vanish out here while he used my cloak device. Any Salem you met was Dr. Adden in disguise.
Wait, he asked me to analyze leads that could implicate him.
Let me guess. Adden asked you to scan those leads. I suspected the traitor was hiding messages on optical encoders. Those messages were the real proof I needed, but a powerful scanner like yours would wipe them. Hadn't used you and my investigation to cover his tracks. Canny bastard.
I examined an apartment belonging to a Solarian officer, Rand Lon. The clues there led me to you.
Interesting. That confirms my suspicions. Everything comes back to our arc. Adam didn't have the clearance to alter logs or affect the nav computer, yet he's obviously guilty. I suspect Adam is the front man for a conspiracy involving the Ket. He's the key to blowing it open.
Right. Except Aden got rid of anything we had on him. And I'll bet Rand Lon has disappeared.
Adam. Ah, he forgot the dart he poisoned me with. Still in there, with the ballistics intact. Contact Adam, feign ignorance, and ask for a meeting. I'll be there to arrest him.
We'd need somewhere to meet Aden. Somewhere neutral.
There are caves on Kadara that might be suitable.
Send the word.
Welcome back.
Pathfinder. You have new email.
Now orbiting Kadara. That begins with M.
Mountain.
Damn, you're good. So Drac, Astari, and Krogan live much longer than the rest of the Milky Way species.
Yeah, so?
But now you've got about as much time left as Ryder, Vetra, everyone else on the team.
If I'm lucky, get to the point.
Must be weird. After so much time, finally facing the end.
Time is time. Number of years don't matter as much as what you do with them. Whatever I've got left's gonna be chock full of living.
Now's the time to attack!
There you are. Did you investigate those leads?
I learned you're a Ket collaborator and a murderer.
Who's one victim short?
So it's true. Old spies really do live forever.
This old spy would punch you if he wasn't carrying evidence in his chest.
I tried to give you a decent burial, Major. There was no time to convince you of our cause.
Selling your Ark to the Ket makes no logical or tactical sense.
To you, because you lack data. Several of us woke early, prepped the Ark, and then we found the Ket, an unstoppable enemy. So we made a pact. Sacrifice our Ark to the Ket and learn their secrets, so one day we could destroy them along with their exaltation.
Hey, I know how not to get exalted. Get ourselves exalted, you idiot.
Listen, there is an empire of Ket beyond Helios. All-powerful conquerors who will invade us eventually. The secrets we learn could stop our extinction before it begins. Give us our freedom, and they're yours. Don't let this go to waste.
What exactly are you offering?
The intricacies of the Ket Empire. Vassals, potential weak points, exaltation secrets.
Which we can't confirm. And you could have pulled out of your cloaca.
We had to sacrifice civilians for this, Major. Will you let that be for nothing?
You're despicable. But if your secrets could save us, teach us to fight exaltation, deal.
That's fine. We can always kill him and his buddies later.
The hell with that! He gave them our Ark.
And we saved it. We're vulnerable. We can't afford to lose any advantage.
If you trust Adam, you deserve everything you get. If I see him again, you have to ID him by his teeth.
I'll transfer my intel to you immediately. My life is entirely in your hands. Thank you for your foresight. You don't know how many lives you'll save.
Welcome back.
You have new email at your terminal, Pathfinder.